Hello, I'm Ron Wilstein, the team leader of the Wilstein team at Keller Williams Real Estate in Park City, Utah.
And I'm Jeremy Wilstein, the buyer consultant for the Wilstein team, and we're reporting from the field in front of the Oscathorpe barn.
That's right. It's September 2013, and it's a beautiful time of the year, but things will be changing soon. The leaves will be changing, and the hillside will be very colorful, and then, of course, the leaves will drop, and then snow will soon be on its way.
But in the meantime, get out there and go mountain biking because the trails are fantastic. The nice, cool 60, 70 degree winds or light winds. The temperatures are fantastic right now to go riding. I'm going riding later tonight, and so I'm really excited about that.
Excellent. And I understand you're going to pedal all the way up the hill, as opposed to some who may choose to take the lifts. Jeremy, how long will the lifts be open?
So Deer Valley lift service is now closed for the season. However, Canyons and Park City are still open. Canyons are open for the weekend, which Canyons weekends are considered Friday through Sunday or Thursday through Sunday, up until October 6th. And then Park City, Crescent, and Town Lift are opened also till October 6th, with payday staying open until October 20th. So still some time to get out there.
All right, excellent. And then soon snow will be here.
And once snow comes here, we want to tell you, well, we'll tell about you very soon, is the season pass wars that are going on between Canyons, Park City, Deer Valley, even out in Snowbird. So stay tuned, we'll tell you everything that's happening.
All right. And of course, what we always provide in our monthly webinars are an update on the real estate market. So we're going to talk about which areas are selling, prices in the different areas, and of course, we'll break it down by homes, condos, and lots.
All right. And we want to remind everybody that property tax appeals are soon coming to an end. So if you feel you have the ability to appeal your property taxes, or you'd like us to appeal your property taxes, the deadline is September 16th, which is coming up quickly, next Monday.
That's right. So we'll give you some details on how to do that. We're now in the final week for you to appeal your taxes. And then we want to talk about the legal controversy between the Park City Mountain Resort and the Talisker Land Holdings, and we'll give you the details on that, bring you up to speed. So with that in mind, let's hop into our first topic.
All right.
Ski Pass Wars.
Ski Pass Wars. So as a lot of you know, the Canyons was acquired, or their management was taken over by Vail Resorts, who offer an Epic Pass. So it was available in Tahoe and Colorado area, and then some resorts over in Europe.
So let's take a look at the Canyons website. We're going to go to the Canyons, Deer Valley, and Park City and just show you where you can get information about the ski pass, find out what's available to you there. So the Epic Pass, Jeremy, let's talk about that one.
So the Epic Pass is a season pass that encompasses a number of different resorts. It does Vail, Beaver Creek, Breckenridge, Keystone, the Canyons now, Heavenly in Tahoe, North Star, Kirkwood, and also A Basin or Arapahoe Basin in Colorado. So the Epic Pass is put out by Vail Resorts, as we said, and there's two types of pass. There's a local Canyons Pass, which is $549, which gives you unlimited riding at a number of different resorts, some restrictions at others, but for the most part you have, in essence, a whole season pass with a couple blackout days. And then the full Epic Pass is $709 right now. Gets you unlimited, unrestricted riding at all the resorts, plus a number of resorts in Europe to take advantage of.
That's right. So it really gives you a lot of different choices. Now, our local resorts decided to be more competitive. So let's take a look at what Deer Valley's doing.
So we've got Deer Valley Resort, which their season pass is maybe twice or 2.5 times as expensive as the Canyon. So they had to get on their game and really offer something nice. So what the Deer Valley has done is, if you buy a full season pass with them, you get 3 days riding at Snowbird, 3 days at Park City, and 3 days at Alta, of course with restrictions. This was just offering that Deer Valley put out with the neighboring resorts to offer an option that was in-state, as opposed to the Epic Pass, which you have to go out of state to Colorado or California.
That's right. Now let's take a look at what Park City Mountain Resort offers.
All right. So let's take a look at Park City. Park City passes, they changed it a couple years ago. They offer an a la carte menu, so you can just purchase a season pass, which is in the $700 range, and then you can add add night skiing or fast tracks or parking. And what they're also offering is that benefit in the Wasatch. If you upgrade their pass, if you get a season pass plus night skiing, season pass plus fast tracks, then you get to take advantage of those 3 days at Snowbird, Alta, and Deer Valley. And then also, if you are 17 and younger, you have a license to ride pass, which you receive free skiing and snowboarding at 5 other resorts. There's one in California, there's Copper Mountain, Colorado, Killington, Mount Bachelor, and in case the parents are out gambling, you can go ski at Las Vegas Ski and Snowboard Resort, which I didn't know existed.
That's right. We don't make it down there very often from Park City for our skiing experiences.
So, a nice incentive, but I think the Epic Pass has some nice resorts.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
All right, so that's what's happening with the ski pass wars. Let's just move on and talk about our next topic, which of course is the Park City Marketplace. And we always want to provide you with current information. We update this every single month so that you'll know of any changes in the marketplace. This past 12 months, there's been 1,342 sales. This is a combination of homes, condominiums, and vacant land in the Park City area. And so that is up 20% or 226 sales. Very, very positive. When we break this down per category, homes are up 22%. From the previous year at 476 transactions to 579 during the past 12 months.
And if we take a look at condos, they're up 16%, up from 494 sales to 571 sales.
That's right. And then the land is also up a whopping 32% from 146 sales to 192 transactions. Now let's break it down by geographical area, starting with homes.
All right, so we'll take a look at the homes in the Park City. That's the Park City city limits. So in the city, we're up 16%, up from 164 sales to 191. And then if we go out into the county, into the Snyderville Basin area, we're up actually 24%, up from 312 sales to 388 sales this year.
Okay. Then when we turn to condominiums, you can see inside the city limits, they've really taken off with 25% more transactions from 277 the year before to this past 12-month period with 347 sales. And then in the Snyderville Basin, which is of course the county area of Park City, it climbed from 217 transactions to 224, so about 3% there.
And then finally taking a look at lot sales inside the city limits, they were up 26%, so another 10 sales the last 12 months compared to the previous 12 months. And then out in the county, we're up 34%, up from 107 sales to 143 sales. So really big increases in land activity.
So with that in mind, let's take a little change and look at what prices have been in these different areas. We're always going to be looking at excuse me, the medium sold price, starting with homes here. In the Park City area, it climbed from $1,052,500 as a medium price to $1,150,000, so that's up 9%, nice appreciation. Even higher in the Snyderville Basin, up 15% from $611,000 median price to breaking that $700,000 price point at $705,000.
And then taking a look at condo sales, inside the city limits, we're up about 7%, up from $472,500 to $505,500. And again, just like single-family homes in the Snyderville Basin, we're also up 15% in condo sales, up nearly $40,000 from $270,000 to $310,000, and I'd say exactly $40,000 actually.
Yes, it is. That math class really paid off.
It was a long time ago.
All right, lots. Median prices in the city are up 21% from $477,500 for vacant land up to $580,000, up 18% in the Snyderville Basin, climbing from $217,500 to $257,500. So, gosh, every category it's going up. We like this.
I mean, in terms of price, the smallest movement we saw was 9%.
That's right. That's right.
Good to see.
Excellent.
We want to remind everybody the tax appeal deadline is coming up September 16th. Final day to appeal your property valuation.
Now, last month in our Market Talk webinar, we spent a lot of time on how you go through your tax notice. If you didn't watch it and you care to take some time to do that, just go to our website at BuyParkCity.com and pull down the tax appeal webinar and you can watch that. Or you can go to a special website that we have, BuyParkCityTaxAppeal.com. It will give you some information and it will give you forms if you want us to assist you in appealing your tax. The details are all there, so check that out. But the most important thing is they're due next Monday, and so we only have several days left before you're waiting till next year. So get it checked out and save some money. All right, finally we want to look at the controversy between the Park City Mountain Resort and Talisker Land Holdings. And a couple ways to do this, but we figure the best way is just kind of to do a timeline to educate you as to a little bit of the background, bring you up to speed, and of course we'll keep you informed about the progress on this. It all started back in 2011. Park City Mountain Resort had a land lease which actually goes back to the 1970s, and it was up for renewal on April 30th of 2011. Well, Talisker, the company that controls most of the land that the resort uses, never received any notice that Park City Mountain Resort wanted to renew until a couple days later. On May 2nd of that same year, they received written notice of a notice that was dated April April 30th, and so naturally that created a controversy. Did they get their notice in time? Well, over the last couple of years, there's been legal positioning on the part of Park City Mountain Resort as well as Talisker to make a case for whether they're entitled to the renewal, even if technically it came in a little bit late, or whether they're not entitled to it. So there's been ongoing debate about that, and it of course continues. But just this past month, starting near the end of August, the news shifted a bit, and what happened was the Park City Mountain Resort admitted that they had post-dated their lease renewal notice to April 30th. So yes, they delivered it May 2nd of 2011, but they post-dated it that way. Well, they apologized to the court and they apologized to Talisker and continued to assert that their lease renewal was valid, but Talisker didn't necessarily agree with that, and so within 5 days of that time, they actually served Park City Mountain Resort with a 5-day notice to quit. In effect, it was an eviction notice.
Be quick to get all those chairlifts off the mountain.
That's right. A little bit of a challenge in late August.
Some logistics.
So that was the notice that created a bunch of controversy. And then, of course, we reported a couple months ago when Vail Resorts took over the management of the Canyons Resort with their arrangement with Talisker, they got kind of dragged into this. And so Talisker and Vail and Park City Mountain Resort were all accusing each other of wrongdoings. And the interesting thing was that at the end of August, the Park City newspaper, the Park Record, reported that Park City's lease, which of course goes back to the 1970s when Park City was struggling as a ski town, was $155,000 a year. And that should be seen in contrast to Vail's management agreement to lease the canyons for $25 million a year. Slight discrepancy there. So you can certainly see where Talisker feels that the Park City Mountain Resort may be getting a below fair market value deal. And that, of course, is fueling their action. Well, September 7th, which was just a couple days ago, Talisker clearly publicly indicated that their notice to quit that they served the mountain resort with was really not intended as a literal eviction. Talisker expects that Park City Mountain Resort will operate the resort for this upcoming 2013-2014 season. And fortunately, Bill Malone over at the Park City Chamber of Commerce has reported that they've received zero questions about whether Park City Mountain Resort will be opening for this upcoming season. So overall, everyone is confident that the resort will be open, that those special ski pass wars that we talked about are valid, and we should have an uninterrupted season here. What happens after that, only time will tell, but we'll tell you on our Park City Market Talk webinar because we want to keep you up to date. So there's the controversy, those are the headlines, and let's keep an eye on this and interesting news around Park City. Well, if you have any questions, we certainly want you to ask them. You can shoot me an email and I will promptly answer by email. Just send it to Ron at thewilsteinteam.com, or if you want to send Jeremy the question,
Jeremy at thewilsteinteam.com,
and he'll answer it. And if you wish to speak with us, just include your phone number and a best time to call, and we'll be happy to contact you. We're always here to answer your questions and to assist you with your real estate investment.
All right.
So thank you for participating in our webinar. We want to remind you next month's webinar will be on Tuesday, October 8th at 7 p.m. And visit our website because we are posting webinars on specific neighborhoods, updating them, and maybe your neighborhood will be up there as well. So from Park City, I want to say goodbye. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good night.